Knox College senior Chris Hyman is proof that basketball is not just a big man's game. At 5'6", 135 pounds, Hyman is the spark that makes the Prairie Fire engine go. And his passion for basketball and competition is just part of this little big man's amazing story. People marvel and even mock Chris Hyman for being 5'6" and taking it to the hoop. He's heard them all and likes hearing them.
I got all kinds of good nicknames from him. Actually, some of them we bring back. There's some good ones, yeah. Squeaks was a good one. Steve Nash. I just call him the baby because he's so small.
When I do hear something funny, I go ahead and laugh with it too, because when you hear something new, it's worth it. And fans are there just as much to have fun as everybody else.
Head coach Tim Hyman, who's been Chris's father about as long as he's been Knox's head coach, is amazed knowing what he knows.
He's been a battler his whole life. He was 2 months early, weighed 3 pounds, spent the first 3 or 4 weeks at St. Francis Peoria at the Preemie Center before we could ever bring him home, and then returned for open heart surgery, for heart surgery 1 year later when he was a little bit stronger. So his size, it's struggling to, in one sense, actually have a life, was built into him before we had anything to say about it. At every level, we wonder, is this the level he's too small? And I used to say that in high school, when he was in high school. I said it when he first came to Knox, wondering, and maybe it's because I'm married to his mother that I play him a lot now. I don't know. We'll have to, there'll probably some people that claim that's the reason. But he really is competitive, and his ability to handle the ball and keep his cool under any pressure is awfully good.
Hyman is used to being low man in the height department, but he truly is tall on talent, and his uncanny ability keeps him in the Knox lineup.
He's just got amazing court vision. He throws great passes. They're on the money every time. That's one thing you expect from Chris, is the pass is going to get there somehow. You don't know how, but it'll get there.
The guys I play with are always ready for the ball, and that helps extremely, There was a transition when I first played with each person, because sometimes I throw passes that really shouldn't be thrown, and it's just as much a bad pass, but all the guys on my team are completely ready at all times for anything that I'm going to do. This is much more than playing the point and scoring points. Whether Chris Hyman knows it or not, his message goes far beyond basketball's boundaries.
I think that if somebody will set some goals in life and have them be even relatively legitimate goals, the bottom line is if you'll stay after it, that kind of thing can happen. And you need some help along the way from friends, teachers, coaches, and all that sort of thing. But go for whatever really would make you happy, and it's worked for him. Don't let people tell you you can't do something. I've had a lot of people who said I couldn't play college basketball, didn't think I'd be able to, and I think if you want to do something, you can do it. So stick to it. Chris is a lot of fun to watch. The Prairie Fire hosts Lawrence University on Friday night, and I'll tell you what, he is a competitor. He gets after it, and he's not afraid to go into the paint, too. With
Great story. I noticed you had to shoot up to him, though, so.
Yeah, he demanded that. It looks like he was like 8 foot tall, right? He is 8 foot tall in a lot of ways, so.
Yeah, thanks, Dan.